I'm going to show you how to mix skin tones, and then I'm going to show you how to generally shade and color and render a outfit with the watercolors. Now we're going to shade some skin tones using the markers, the Prismacolor markers, the 20%, 50%, 70, 80, or 90%. You just need 3 of these Prismacolor markers. And you have our light source coming from the left side, so the most flattering light won't be directly side, but it'll be a little bit at an angle. So these are the places to put the values that you're using. First, I'm going to do a very light-skinned person, then a medium, and then a darker skinned person. So basically, you're going to add the marker. Side, you might define cheekbone. Side of nose. Then very little on this side that's closest to the light. It'll just be a more flattering light rendering. Then the chin and jaw, cast a shadow onto the neck. Back here, the inside back of the blouse, collarbone, and a little bit on this side. The collar will cast a shadow onto the skin. Notice if I go over it again, it gets slightly darker. You're never going to get too dark using just the light marker. This blouse is going to be my sheer garment. So I'm going to shade the skin. I've left pencil line only. Again, where the body is a little thicker, you'll make a thicker value shape. And where it's thinner, closer to the light, you'll make a thinner area. Same thing over here. The skin, away from the light source, in a thicker area, it's a little thicker. And closer to the light source a little bit. And the cuff here casts a shadow onto the foot. Same over here. So that would be your light-skinned person. So you use the marker for the shadow, and you leave the value of the paper, which is white, for the basic skin tone. Okay, then you'll have the medium valued person. So you can take that same light marker and go all over the skin. You don't need to cover the eyeballs because you want to leave that little highlight eventually. You're going to use the marker. Try to stay within the lines, but this is your first attempt at shading with marker, so don't worry too much. Try to use the point and a little bit on the feet here underneath the cuff of this is going to be jeans. Okay, so that's step 1. That's the main value of the skin. Then I'm going to take the medium value. This is 50%, and I'm going to do the same kind of value shapes. Here we can define the cheekbone. This is the 50%. Cheekbone behind the nose, a little bit of nose there, a little bit on that side. A little bit under the band of this sweater, away from the light source, and same thing Okay, if you like how that looks, you can leave it just like that. Or you can go back to the light valued marker, the 20%, and you can blend. So I'm going to go over, some people like blending, some people don't. I'm a blender. So I'm going to go over the edge where the darker one met the lighter one. And it kind of melts it, and you can blend it a little bit. A little bit under the mouth. So you're blending the hard edges. You can have soft edges or you can have hard edges. So I'm creating softer edges here. Okay, so that's the medium valued skin tone. Okay, then I'm going to do a darker skin tone over here. You're only required to do 2. So any 2 of the 3 that I'm doing. I want to show you all 3. So I'm going to, I'll take the medium marker. %, and I'm going to go over all the skin with the medium marker. Again, don't go over the eyeballs if you want to leave a highlight. Leave a little highlight on the mouth. So you're going over all the skin tone for this darker person with the medium marker. Then you can take the dark marker, maybe use the thinner end. This is a 70%. You don't need huge shapes of the dark because he's already dark. So I'm going to add some small value shapes of dark, the sides of the nose, under the mouth, again under the chin and jaw, and I'll use a thicker point to create the shadows on the arm. So where the body is thicker, you can make a thicker line. Where the body's thinner, less thick. Okay, then again, if you like blending, I'm going to take the light marker and use it as a blender. So it kind of melts the marker, softens it a little bit, and you blend those darker shapes into the lighter shapes and softens it a little bit. Okay, so you have your light tone person, where you leave white of the paper and you use the light marker 20% for the shadows. You have your medium valued person, use light marker all over, and you use the medium 50% marker for the shadows. Then you can blend with the light marker. And the dark skinned person, you use the 50% all over, and then the 70 or 80% dark for the shadows. Okay, so that's the skin tone. Just remember, you only need to do 2 out of the 3. The others will be painting skin color, not just value.